Hi, Ron. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Good. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm okay. Things have been a little crazy since surgery, but I'm okay. Were you on today? I haven't even checked, Ron. I have to go to the store, so that's why I said this one was going to be quick. I've been having problems before with notifications going out. I don't know if you're having that problem or not. If it does, then, what are you going to do? You did a mukbang and told people about SOL. Have to check that out. Hey, Purple Orchid, how are you? Yes, they are, Ron. They're horrible. I would get people telling me all the time, like, they're not getting the notifications, and I haven't been on, though. I haven't been on in, like, a month, I would say, because of everything going on. Good, Purple Orchid. I'm glad that you're doing good. That's what I like to hear anyway. I see that not a lot has changed with how things have been going on YouTube. I was infuriated a few days back. And you know that anytime that you say anything on here, it's crazy. Hey, Carol, I'm glad that you were able to get on. This one's not going to be excessively long, only because I do got to run to the store. Probably should have done it before the live, but kind of depending how I feel and things like that. So, I was going to get on here a few days ago. I was that pissed off. And this is awful to say, but people are talking about these other creators, right? So you go and you check them out, and seriously, it's a shit show. It just is. Hi, Carol. So one of the people that I started watching, because the name was Comfortful Latricia. Wow, you guys. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that channel. It says that it's for entertainment purposes, but I couldn't do it. I watched a few and I couldn't do it. I was getting too agitated. And that's not how it should be on YouTube, But I know that you're not going to not everybody's going to like every creator, unfortunately. So, thanks, Ron. I'm glad to see you guys too. It seems like since I've been off for a while, even before my last couple of videos, and I felt bad about it because those videos were to basically come on and I had my fulfillment of somebody that I used to really enjoy their channel. It had been a long time, but the behavior was it was getting to me really badly. And I just couldn't understand how somebody that's even older than myself could act that way. So it's kind of, I'm not down with that. And I just finally had to say what I had to say, and I moved on from that. I'm not watching, and I guess that's what you have to do. And the smaller channels, here on YouTube, basically it really comes down to, unless you do anything drama-wise or, there's other things that can go and can make a channel pop, but it just seems like unless, you're doing something in that way, it just doesn't get the attention that it should. And That's not me. That's not what I like to come on here and do. Well, I come on here and vent and, you know, well, yeah, I'm a creator just like anybody else. And if I see like, something coming on, people coming on and acting a complete freaking, I don't know what you want to call it. I have some few choice words, but I won't say them. And that's just what I've been taking notice to. And I don't know. But yeah. The whole thing with what I watched with the Truthfully Trisha is, and I know that she was on like Dr. Phil and stuff, that somebody from YouTube, they were on there. And a lot of it had to do with the way that she was. So that's when I checked this person out. And I'm sorry, but if you're going to come onto YouTube and you're going to do a live or whatever, and you start talking to, you have your people that follow you, but you're coming on and you're doing live several times a day. And because you had one tooth dealt with, you just sit there and you say nothing. I mean, get out of here. And then you keep making, I'm telling you guys, I don't know, maybe it's just me because like I've been going through a lot, but it's just kind of like, who watches that crap? I'm not going to sit there for an hour and something and watch a creator basically make an ass out of themselves, because that's what's happening. And then bringing out their, I would like to say gauze, but I don't know what she was using. Bloody saliva gauze, showing people and saying, oh, it hurts so bad, and that she couldn't talk. And oh, no. So maybe it's just me that my patients aren't, now I can understand why I hear the things that I hear. And she has very dedicated followers. That's great for her. But for me personally, if I was to become a sub to her or whatever, I can't take that. I think that the behavior is not of somebody of that age. So I don't know if you guys have ever checked that channel out or you guys know what I'm talking about, but come on. It's just craziness. Are you guys doing anything today? I don't know about anyone else, but I'm tired of these people talking smack about good, decent people without checking facts before you ruin someone's reputation. Absolutely. I agree with that, Carol. I do. Just a boring day for you, Ron? I'd like to say that, it's some fantastic day here, but, obviously, I mean, I'm grateful to be alive and, but things have been so hectic that it's kind of just, I needed to get on, and there's people that come into my channel that I miss a lot, and, I don't get to talk with really outside of YouTube. I mean, they might message on one of my videos and things like that. And that's the safe way to go. You know what I mean? It is, because let's face it, everybody, there's a lot of craziness going on. Hey, Heather, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. I don't know. Carol, I think we've talked about this before. Like, the smaller channels, it's hard for them to get out there. And once you do have some form of a following, because it's not everybody's cup of tea, like we were just talking about, like when people do the drama stuff, it seems to just rocket their channel and things like that. But if you don't do that and you just want to come on with normal, be yourself, be a content creator with whatever you're doing, but it just seems like, look what was said about me, Carol. Oh, that your channel's fluff and it's boring and it's this and it's that. Well, I'm sorry people feel that way, but I come on here because there are a lot of people in this world that they really don't have anybody to talk to and socialize with or anything like that. Now, have I been off for a while? I have, which is not fair. It's not fair to the people that subscribe to my channel. But at the same time, life is going on for me, and a lot of people have known what's been going on for me. So for me to constantly be on here like I was when I first started, it's just not that easy. Hi, Lovable. Hi, Tammy. How are you guys doing? Lovable Rouge. But that's just how I feel about it. Tired, laugh out loud, story of my life. Yes, Heather, I believe it. Hi, Kevin. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. A little rest, I laugh out loud. So I don't know. I haven't been able to come on here and do what I initially wanted to because I haven't felt comfortable enough with that. And maybe I'm just going to have to go for it and do what I want to do. I don't know, but it's not always going to be the same things anyway. And I think that it's one of the things that I was always told about YouTube, that you need to have thick skin to be on and to be able to take criticism and, basically the backlash in a lot of ways. It's the truth, and that's just the way it is. I'm just a Lovable Rouge. I've had a time of it medically. It's been a lot for me. It's like the song that never ends, to be honest. But the reason I like coming on here is I like to talk to people, we've had so many different topics at time, but it just seems like we'll just say like maybe the last 3 months between people making threatening things, like threatening people, just some of the things that I've had to go through in the last few months that had to do with YouTube was just ridiculous. Like, you can't make this shit up. Seriously. People can be crazy. So you have to be careful, Sorry if you hear my fur baby. Yes, that's how we involve ourselves. Correct. I'm going on the air. Don't know who is saying that your channel is boring and I'm going. It's okay, Tammy. You don't have to. There's people that do love to come into my channel, and others, you know what? I'm just not their cup of tea. So, and that's okay. When it starts getting crazy, I leave the site. Creators should create entertaining content, not creating havoc for others. Very true, Carol. Very true. I have found so many. Yes. And there is Lovable. There's a lot of great channels. There's people that are in here right now that have Ron does, and Tammy does, Heather does, which was, I always say Heather. But there's a lot, and they're not about that other stuff. They're not. But again, like what I said, it seems like if you're not about drama, like I want to come on here and I want to be able to like talk about how I feel, but I don't want it to obviously be taken, out of context either. Like I'm coming on here and trying to, but it's just what I see with other people that I have watched There was one other channel that I went to, and a lot of people know of this channel. And I thought, this person's getting, wailed on, and I thought, okay, I'll start watching and see. I can understand to a degree why, people say the things they do, but I can honestly say in this person's channel, the comments get really nasty. And for that creator, they have a quite the following. I think the last time I checked, it was like maybe around 130,000 followers, which it's Amberlynn. I don't know if you guys have watched her channel, but a lot of people do. And, for me, at the beginning of this, it was very difficult to get some of the comments that were coming back. And then finally I just had to say, okay, this is, if I'm going to be on here, I'm going to have to deal with it. And I just went with it. Some of it wasn't that I was happy about it, but, I guess that's where the thick skin part comes in. Because again, I don't know how many times I've already said it here, but seriously, not everybody's going to like you. So, but she gets it. And I think a lot of people get upset when it comes to her because they say she starts things, then she stops and yada, yada. Okay. Well, you know what? If that's how she does, then she just needs to get through it. Whatever. But I don't think that people need to be as judgmental as what they are. I think maybe they get tired of seeing her start something and not finish. I'm not really sure. I have not watched her all that long, but that's another one that I'm talking to you guys about that I've heard and I've heard and I've heard. And, so you check them out. Thanks, Lovable Rouge. It's a dress, actually. It's a dress. It's very comfortable. And it seems like, I am not able to really wear shorts and pants and anything that really comes around my stomach due to my wound. So it puts a bit too much pressure, and then it's very painful for me. But I do kind of get sick of wearing dresses, believe me, I do. Like, I thought today would have been a good time to come on and, because it's Sunday. But then again, Sunday is like everybody's kind of be out doing their things, getting ready to, face the week ahead. And I thought it would be good to come on and, just get to talk with some of you guys. And I'm glad that, at least I know the names that are pretty much in here. So I was going to come on and really vent, to be honest. But I just, with the way that I'm feeling and stuff today, it's not the day for it for me. Because when I start getting really worked up, it's not good. Hi, Sunny Ron. Thank you. Thank you, Purple Orchid. Thanks, Tammy. I've always felt like, there's a few that aren't so nice in here that come in here, and I'll deal with it a little bit and then it'll be time to go. And, but it just seems like because I've been off so much and I haven't been coming on as much as what I did, it's like watching other people and other channels, I start getting really wound up bad. You have a hernia? Oh. Carol, I feel for you so badly. I do, Lovable. I do have mods. They're just not in here right now. Carol, they say that there's some new doctors are doing something new that you don't need to deal with the meshes anymore, like what I went through. But I honestly don't know how they're taking care of the hernias then. I mean, I haven't even talked to my doctor about it, so I really don't know. I have no idea. It's okay, Ron. It's completely fine. I figured that that was you, but I just wasn't really sure because I know you guys do a lot with the Sunny stuff, and when you mentioned it to me about like Facebook and everything, with me not being over there, I kind of, but I always do try to catch, your guys' videos on here. Just because I might not always leave a comment or something, don't think that I'm not watching because I am. I don't know. I they want to go back in and do surgery again for me because I'm, like I said, I'm having issues. And I just had surgery, like it's been what, a little over a month now or something. My body's been through so much of this surgery bullshit that they just need to remove the mesh completely, and that's where the problem's laying at. Thanks, Ron. You are too. And I don't know if you guys can hear my son. My son is back home now. He got home the beginning of the week. He was actually away with my parents that I have spoken of different times, and that's one thing I'll address now. My mom has been doing really good. Thank God. Thank God. So he wanted to go back home and be with my family for a few weeks, and that's what he did. I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys, like, so much has happened, and I really haven't had a chance to really talk about it. But before my son left, he was out of school. I think it was the second day school had ended, and I took him for his permit. He passed his permit. So now he can't go for his driver's test or anything like that um, until December. They don't do the thing with the hours anymore in our state. Like they just put a specific date and you cannot go before that date, which I think is good. Maybe people were stating that they were getting drive hours when they weren't. I don't know. Okay, Tammy, you have a great day and thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lovable Rouge. I appreciate that. Sometimes you got to question yourself to how strong you really are. I mean that at times. And I know that we go through trials and different things like that, but it can be a bit much. To be honest, today's probably like the first day that I've put makeup on in a couple of weeks since I shouldn't say a couple of weeks because I was at an appointment last week, but I just, ugh, you know, it is what it is. Makeup or no makeup, I don't care at times when I'm not feeling it. It's okay, Heather. I know you're busy with your coupons. You guys, if you shop at like Dollar General and stuff like that, Weight Watchers Mom on a Budget, which is Heather, she has her channel. That's what I mean. There's people on here that have their channels, and she can help you save some money, make some really good deals. I know I like it. Anytime that you can save money is a plus, right? So, oh, you're welcome, Heather. So, I don't know. I have to run to the freaking store, figure out what I'm going to do about dinner. And that's another thing, the medications that they have me on. Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Like, my son will say to me, my honey will say to me, you know, Because I'll tell them, like, I don't understand all of this. Like, I'm barely eating and things like that. And they're constantly on me about the protein for the wound and, Um, but the medications that they have me, I'm blowing up, you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. It, steroids and things like that, there's a lot of different medications that can do it. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them, but a few of the medications that I'm on have this effect. And it's another thing. It just makes you like feel terrible about yourself. Believe me, you have a 1 minute from death. Yes. Yes, I agree. It always makes you feel better when you're more put together. I agree, Carol. Hi, View It, True Crimes. How are you? I agree. It does. I'm always real, I don't like, there was a time that I wouldn't even go out of the house without any kind of makeup or my hair done and now it just really depends. Like I might do, something with my eyes, but I may not do a whole face or anything like that. I started to do grocery pickup. Oh yeah? You enjoying that? A lot of them do have warnings of edema. Yeah. Yep, Carol, you're right. View It, you're on prednisone now for your lungs. Yeah. Well, I was on prednisone a lot through the years because I'm asthmatic and we all know I still smoke. Okay. But yeah, prednisone is something else and it makes you hungry a lot. I don't know if you have that effect, but that's one that'll puff you up and it makes you want to eat. People go to the store in their pajamas. That happens here too. I guess they're super comfortable. Hey, Alex, how are you? Yeah, heart meds. Yeah, they'll do it. That's my mom has meds for her heart, and it does blow you up. Does it make you hungry? Yeah. Well, you know what? You need the prednisone. Prednisone is one like ass uh, butt kicking, ass kicking steroid. So, hi, Yuck Mouth. How are you? COPD. Uh, well, you know what? Lovable. I'm not anybody to judge about somebody smoking, I've been told many of times to quit. And it's not easy, especially when you're stressed out all the damn time. Good. You're at work. Oh boy. Are you having a good day at work? Are you vaping? I did the vape thing when I've gone into the hospital for these surgeries, trying to kind of like I was hiding it. That was fun. But yeah. A cigarette to me was, I don't know why, it just seemed like it was more, I can't even think of the freaking word that I'm trying to get out. Satisfying. I don't know why. I mean, it did okay for me while I was in the hospital. I mean, they could have given me a nicotine patch and stuff, but I didn't do the nicotine patch this time. You're on prednisone recently. Me and you blow up too. Also hungry. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yep, makes you really hungry all the time. And then your sleep is like the steroids really, really interfere with your sleep patterns too. They give it to cancer patients. Yes, that is correct, Carol. Yep. Oh, so it was in your message here about the sleep. Yep. It always messed with my sleep. It was terrible. I don't know if everybody that ever goes on it has that problem, but I do know that that is one of the major side effects from it. No, you're not having a good day, Yakma? I'm sorry. Hopefully you get off soon. That would be a plus, right? You just got it the other day. I've heard that there's a lot going on with the vape stuff. I can't remember where it was. Like, my parents were talking to me about it, and it was one of the states. They were saying how there were a lot of kids that were just hospitalized or something because of it. Or, like I said, I don't know everything that was getting talked about with it, but it was brought up in the news. So it's not regulated. I thought that, don't they have to have it regulated to sell? I obviously not. See, I don't know. Like when I went to buy, I have no idea. My son asked me about it, about him vaping. I don't think so. Like when you're old enough to make, no. It's no secret. I've said how old my son's on here. He's 16, so it's not a secret. Not until 9. Oh boy. I don't know if you're on East Coast, West Coast, where you're at, but it's a long time away. Even, if you're on East Coast, it's still a bit away. Alex, you had the issue about the sleeping too? Yeah. Prednisone definitely, like I said, kicks ass, but it really messes with you in a lot of ways. I know that if you take prednisone long term, it's not good at all. My grandfather was on prednisone long term, and they told him, you know, the possibility of getting like tumors and things. No. They're not regulated. I started coughing a lot too, Carol. It was different. Like you would think the cigarette would be worse, but I don't know what it is. But they say it's all water based. That's, coughing in my lungs kind of burned. Yeah, the younger kids are getting these vapes. Like my son through last school year, he talked about it all the time. That was the cool thing to do. I remember him sending me like a clip video because he goes to a certain type of a tech that they have for the school system, and the boys were getting ready to leave the one locker room, and he's like, "Mom, look what my classmates do," and they're just blowing it out. And some of them, they really put it out, like a lot of smoke. I guess there are certain types of vapes. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not good when it comes to that kind of stuff. And a lot of YouTubers go on panels and you can hear those vapes, and it turns me off. I can't stand hearing that. I've listened to some that you can tell that they might be vaping. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, Alex. A lot of people think that it's much safer, that it's much better than smoking cigarettes. And, when my son asked me about him having one, he's like, "Mom, I don't need one with nicotine in it." I said, "No, I don't think so." This is the same boy that used to say to me, "Mom, quit smoking. Mom, why do you got to smoke? Like, he'd be on my case all the time. I mean, of course, I don't smoke in the house. Wouldn't smoke in the car with him in the vehicle, nothing like that. But he would just, if he would come around me if I was outside or whatever. I've been in like videos where, you hear it and people might say something, but a lot of people really don't. I think maybe they just get so used to it. Hi, Legendary Gogeta. Thank you. That's very kind. There must be. I don't know, Carol. Classmates that are 18. Yep, I heard about that. Well, my son already knows. So it's kind of, you know, I mean, I want my child to be open and honest with me. I think I have a very good relationship with my son. But at the same time, I don't want him doing something, I'm not going to say, hey, everything is just fine for you to do now. Do I want him to do it behind my back? No, I don't. But I don't know. But you are hearing it a lot about the younger kids that are getting it. I thought they were going to up the age to be able to purchase that. Or maybe when I heard that, it just wasn't true. I thought it was going up to 21. Lovable Rouge, I heard about that there's more in the vape than actual cigarettes. They up it to 21 in my area. Did they, Ron? Oh, wow. I heard something about it, but I didn't know if they actually did it or not. Because they said that the younger kids were getting their hands on it, very easily from kids that were of age to purchase at 18. I don't know. They're coming up with stuff all the time, and I'm really surprised that it's able to be sold when it wasn't regulated. See, I wasn't really sure on the regulation part of it, so it's locally increased, not across the board. Yeah. Well, whatever they feel that they need to do to keep things under control and that it doesn't get into the hands that it shouldn't. Yeah, you wonder. I don't know, Alex. I have no idea. You do. Like back years ago, of course, I haven't gotten carded in like it's been a while, okay? But even after, like I was 30 some years old and I would go in and do you have ID? Do you have ID? And I would be like, yeah, but why are you carding me? Like it used to be years ago that it was you had to at least look 27 years or older. So I was around 30, 32 at the time when this was really, they were doing this a lot. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I look a little younger, and I would just laugh it off. But it kind of got to be a pain constantly having to get out your driver's license and stuff. But I don't get that anymore. So maybe it's like, hey, you know what, Stacy? You're getting to look pretty damn old now. That's okay. You know what? It is what it is. Okay, View It. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thanks, Alex, but I don't think that I do. Hey, Gloria, how are you, sweetie? I'm glad you're stopping in before I got to get off of here. This wasn't going to be a long one, unfortunately. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I feel like I am. I put my hair back because usually the last few lives that I've done, I was pissing with my hair, pushing it out of my face. I don't really like when it's back, but it's out of my face. And delivery system can be modified by very smart kids to deliver other things. Absolutely, I agree about that. So my 14-year-old grandson tells me. Well, you know what? At least you hear what's going on, Carol. And that's good. Thank you for stopping by, Ron. Hopefully, once people see the video, they'll hear that I spoke of some good channels and they'll check you guys out. Oh, by the way, Ron, before you go, if you're still here, Gloria D has a channel too. Congratulations, Gloria. That's awesome. That is wonderful. I'm going to try to get back on schedule, Lovable Rouge, and try to come on a lot more frequently. Well, not constantly. You guys get the point. But like I said, I was going to come on and vent in this video a bit, but I kept myself back. Thanks, Alex. I'm just glad that I got to talk to some of you guys. I thought that there might have been more people in chat today, with it being a Sunday, but you know what? When there's not as many people in chat, you really get to be able to talk to people, and you can try to catch their messages. It's not moving real fast or anything like that. Like I said, I've said this so many times. You guys that have been in my channel know that I don't know how people do it with several hundreds of people. Wow, that is completely crazy. It is. So, all right, you guys. Yes, I do got to get going. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Bye.